Hi there, students. A snapback, one word, a phrasal noun, or to snap back as a phrasal verb, two words. Let's see, a snapback or to snap back, I think, is just to return to a previous condition, a previous situation. So maybe a share price has been going down and down, and suddenly there is a snapback and it goes back up to the original price. The current economic conditions are not very good, and there is very little prospect of a snapback, of the economy suddenly going back to where it was. House prices have been dropping because interest rates have been increasing. And unless interest rates go down again, there will be no snapback in the market. I think this snapback, particularly for markets, but not necessarily, a snapback, a sudden rebound, a sudden change in direction. Now let's look at the verb. Something snaps back, to return to the normal position, the normal place. The seat snaps back into place when you press this switch. The patient went to hospital and the patient had serious surgery, but as he was a fit young man, he snapped back very quickly. He came back to where he was originally. So to return to a normal state, a normal position. I was trying not to go to sleep, but I did fall asleep. But a loud noise outside snapped me back to consciousness. Or maybe you could snap your head back. Yeah, I could snap my head back and hit the wall. Ouch. Yeah. Or in a car accident, the car crashed into a tree and snapped his neck backwards. Okay, so to snap back. Also, to snap can be to be angry with someone. What do you think you're doing? Okay, he snapped at me and she snapped back at me saying, I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, I don't want any of your disgusting food. She snapped back at me. Okay, so to snap back as well as a phrasal verb. Also notice a snapback as a phrasal noun. You know these hats with a brim, the round hat with a brim, which very often they put around the back, and it's got a little bit to snap on the back. That can be called a snapback as well. I also saw a snapback, the reimposition of sanctions. So for many years there were sanctions against Iran, but those had been decreasing in recent years. But there has been a sudden snapback, a reimposition of the previous sanctions. A snapback, that's something to do with politics. To put sanctions back again. Maybe there's going to be a snapback of sanctions against Cuba. Okay, so yes, to snap back as well with a price, the price of something. They had discounted the price heavily recently, but now the price has snapped back. It's gone back. So a return to a previous state, particularly a state of health or strength, a snapback, a rebound in prices, a snapback in international relations, a restoration of previous sanctions against a country, and then the snapback as a hat as well. So a snapback, a sudden rebound, a sudden change in direction to go back to where it was. To snap back as a verb, to make a very quick recovery. He snapped back after the difficulties without any problems at all. Okay, so to snap back. Analysts hope for a strong economic snapback in the next quarter. The political process allowed for a rapid snapback of the previous agreements. The patient showed promising snapback after the successful surgery. The material stretched easily but would snap back into its original shape without problems. He was rude to her and she snapped back at him. The market snapped back from the losses in the early morning. Okay, so to snap back, to come back to a previous condition, a previous situation. Formality, snap back. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5 in formality. Use anywhere except for something very formal. So a snapback and to snap back. Bye for now.